Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Show. This is a new series, and it's good to be here. I'm going to be doing this for the next 2 weeks, and it's going to be an hour show every morning, 11 a.m. to 12, where I just go over the news. And yeah, so let's kick it off. So to kick it off, we're going to the new stadium for Everton. Everton will be leaving their stadium to go to Bramley-Moore Dock. It's a new stadium that they are planning to make. It's going to cost a lot of money, so let's get into it. So it's going to be about 52,888 seats of capacity. So that is more than um, their stadium that they have right now, and plus it is a big boost to the economy. Obviously, 1.3 billion boost to the economy. It will also create 15,000 jobs, and it will attract about 1.4 million new visitors to Liverpool. So yeah, it's going to be really good. Thank you so much for joining. Luca, what's up? DC, what's up? And good to see the Goodison. Yes, Goodison Park. Yeah, they've I believe it was probably the longest time they've been here in the Premier League, to be fair. And now they're moving. The estimated time it will take, they'll probably be there by 2023. So roughly about 2 years from now, which is exceptional, obviously, because usually it takes a lot more for a stadium to be built like that. But yes, the Goodison will have to say goodbye. But like I said, I think this is a good step for Everton. If they're going to try and get some European football, and you might as well have a great stadium while doing that. Obviously, Spurs did it, and I mean, look, Spurs are Spurs; they're bottlers at the end of the day, lads. We don't have to go too much detail into that. But yeah, no, it is sad to see. Obviously, this is not the first time a Premier League club has done this in recent times. Obviously, I have mentioned Spurs. West Ham have done it. They moved from their stadium to the London Stadium, I believe that's what it's called. And look how well they're doing at the moment. I mean, it's simple as that. So, going into it, it is estimated the stadium development and plans for a Goodison legacy will deliver a 1.3 billion boost, like I said, to the economy, 15,000 jobs. Everton identified the site as its preferred location in January 2017, and in November of the same year agreed to a 200-year lease with Appeal Holdings for the land. A Ministry of Housing, Communities and Local Government spokesperson said planning decisions should be made at a local level wherever possible. The applications have not been called in and are a matter for Liverpool City Council to decide. So yeah, that is it's going to be very, very interesting. Get out of here, Dom. I think Goodison will stay as like a function thing. I don't think it's get knocked down. It won't get knocked down, I believe. I don't think it will. I think it's just going to be a movement, and I don't think they shouldn't knock it down. I mean that stadium has a lot of history in it, and yeah, it would just be really wrong to do it. So yeah, do put down your comments, guys, in the chat, and yeah, Dom is inappropriate. Nothing new there. But we're going to move on. Obviously, this was a very short topic. I was trying to see if I could stretch this out, but new topic. We're going to talk about Liverpool. Liverpool need to sell players in this really transfer window. If I'm really honest, they have to sell in order to buy. And coming from a statement, they need to sell at least 11 players. I mean, the squad itself is very thin as it is, but yeah, so I do believe, is this a good step? Probably not from Liverpool. Who should they sell? I mean, put in the comments down below, lads. We'll see how it goes. But you got someone taking over the channel. I thought it was nice. Oh man, come on. Giving Manchester United news saying Liverpool will sell Salah. I think potentially. On a recent survey from the Echo, the players that they want to sell, Liverpool fans, are Oxlade-Chamberlain, Matip, Minamino, Wilson, Woodburn, Shaqiri, Gruge, if I say that name right, Ojo, Adrian, Karius, and Origi. They're trying to sell all that, and for me, look, you can sell all those players, but here's the thing, lads. You're not going to get 100 million for those players. You're just not. You'd be lucky to get 100 million for those players. I think, if we're realistically speaking, right? Let's say, right. So Oxlade-Chamberlain, let's say about, I'm going to be generous, 10 million. I'd say no club's going to spend over 10 million on him, and it'd be very stupid too because he's very injury prone. He is a he's a good player. He is on his good day, but you know, you have to be consistent, and especially in the last few seasons, Oxlade Chamberlain has not been consistent. When it comes to his injury, well, he's been consistent with his injuries, but not with game time. So, Matip, obviously, that centre back line is not good enough. I mean, if you're going to sell Matip, you might as well have to bring in another centre back to help them out. Minamino, I mean, he's doing really good at Southampton. I mean, no matter what you say, he is getting game time at Southampton, and he is proving that he can be a good player. But I do think it's kind of like those players like Zaha who really perform at those smaller clubs and who actually show that if I'm the main man here, that's what's going to happen. Obviously, he's not the main man at Southampton. Obviously, there's Danny Ings and Ward Prowse and all that, but um, yeah, so that's Wilson, Woodburn, Shaqiri, Gruge, Oho, Adrian, Karius, and Origi. I mean, you'd be lucky, and I'm going to be honest, you'd be lucky to get 20 million out of all those players. I'm just being honest. I don't see any club being so generous to Liverpool. I mean, there's so many teams that are generous. I mean, you look at Southampton; they gave Virgil van Dijk for 75 million. They gave Sadio Mane to Liverpool. They gave loads of players that we see now in their team. Liverpool will sell Genie Wijnaldum. Genie Wijnaldum is set to go, yes, as well. Ben Davey, the okay, and oh my god, not the last one. Southampton with Minamino were first. Now they have them in 14. Coincidence? I think not. Nah, it's not coincidence. But looking at the players they want to keep, especially Liverpool fans, Jota tops the group. Surprisingly, he's just come into this team and he's already most popular. And to be fair, I don't blame him. I mean, the job he's done over Firmino, it's an amazing job. To be fair, Firmino, I've always said Liverpool are not a good team when they have Firmino in their squad. He does nothing, and the reason why he can't do anything is truly because of the two wingers beside him, Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah is he's very selfish, but that's what you have to be when you're an attacker. I mean, Rooney was selfish, and look what happened. Rooney's probably one of the greatest of all times in the Premier League. If we're really be honest, lads, look over his career. But yeah, like I said, it's what I will tell you, right, is they have to sell a lot of players, but they have to bring in the exact same amount. Even if they're trying to bring in youth, I'd say it still has to be rebuilt because I think that injury with the Virgil van Dijk, and I know like Liverpool fans are going to say, but we were playing well until the Joe Gomez injury. Joe Gomez is not a centre back, lads, in my opinion. He does not play well. He's not even a defender. Um, so he's be lucky if he goes onto that England plane wherever they're, in the Euros. But I do believe there's a lot of rebuild that has to be done at Liverpool, and I think you need to back the manager. As a United fan, I know how it feels to, do a rebuild. Ollie's doing one at the moment, and I'm fully backing him at the moment. Obviously, no matter how bad the Ollie outers are, we just got to keep going. Um, so second on that, which was not Trent Alexander-Arnold, not the captain Jordan Henderson, it was Robertson, and quite frankly, I agree. I agree with Robertson being um, at the club. I mean, he probably out of all the defenders who were fit this season, he's been probably the best defender that Liverpool have had probably for the last 3 years, possibly for his performance. I mean, he's carrying that ship and let's be honest, lads, it is sinking. Kabak and bloody Williams or Phillips, whoever you want to say. I mean, Sonny says net back and Bauer. Like, come on, man. Like seriously, that man has a lot of things to do on this play, and fair play to Robbo. And I do rate him. I do rate him. I do rate loads of left backs, and I do think the Premier League are filled with the best left backs in the world. I mean, you look at Shaw, Robertson, Tierney. You even see Digne could be in the conversation. Rugilan maybe is a shout, but you have to take in consideration that he's been doing it for a long, long time. So Robertson, yeah, fair play to him. Trent is third. Henderson goes fourth. Jones fifth. Mane is next. Then Elliott, Van Dijk, Fabinho, Thiago, Phillips, Gomez, Salah. It's going down. Salah is, the weird thing is, 87% say 87.9% of people want Salah to stay at the club. So there is that 13% that want Salah out. For me, I think this is not the season that you cash out Salah. I think next season, give him one last season. If he gets a good season, if he gets like 20 goals, sell him, get as much money as you can, try and buy a striker, try and change it up. Do you know what I mean? It's simple as that. Shaw, Robertson, Digne in that order. I'd probably put Tierney at probably third, then Digne fourth for me. Just I know I'm a United fan, but I do rate him because the fact is he shows leadership skills, and I don't think only Robertson out of those actually show. And funny enough, the two of them are Scottish, so take that as you will. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting. As well as that, um, some players, I mean, Vandenberg to Simias, I can't say his name. The left back that he bought, he's from Greece, right? Chiesa, Davies, Wijnaldum's going to go. Reece Williams, Firmino, Milner, and we're going to say Nico Williams are at the bottom of the list. And Alisson's right there soon. Do you know what I mean? It's very interesting for Liverpool. Obviously, we do have to take in consideration the fact that it will be a rebuild. It will have to take a good bit of time, but good luck with that, lads. So we are going to move on to the next story, and we're going to move to Chelsea. So Thomas Tuchel has come out and he said that he is extremely confident, probably even arrogant, to the fact that they're going to get top four, and I can understand that. I mean, they've been in really good form. They beat Atletico Madrid, who were the favourites to win the Champions League this season. I mean, it is very, very interesting how it will work, and so let's look at the comments again just before I get on to Chelsea. Gaming Manchester United News saying Shaw's the greatest left back of all time. Controversy, but we allowed this on the channel. Lane Baines has a better legacy than Robertson will ever have in the Prem. That's a very interesting comment, and I'm very interested, guys. If you put in your comments, and So what I think is right about that comment. That is a very good comment. I do believe Lane Baines had probably an extraordinary career in the Premier League. He's done it all. I mean, the man. Yeah, like I said. He's very underrated when it comes to people not knowing him. I don't think he gets the recognition. I mean, he was at Everton for a long, long time, especially when he was retired. When he retired, the season I retired, right? He was probably playing still playing very, very well, especially against United, and we were dog shit at the time. But definitely. I'd say at the moment you'd have to give it to Lane Baines, but I think if Robertson keeps doing what he's doing, I swear he's still young as well, Robertson. So you still give him probably. I would say another 5-6 years. Really depends what age he is. But hold on, let me see how old is Andrew Robertson. Andrew Robertson is 27. So yeah, you could easily see him another 5 years, and that's how it is. I think. I'm 46 away. 46 away from what, my guy? Well, where are you from? And then the Liverpool addiction. Robertson has already surpassed it by winning it. I mean, look, you can say that, but look at the two squads that Lane Baines and Robertson have been a part of. Do you really think Lane Baines would do the same if he was part of that Liverpool squad? One way to find out, I guess. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting. So, and then obviously with this comment, winning trophies doesn't mean shit when one play for the best team in the world at the time and the other play for a shit. Exactly. Then, if that's the case, why is Steven Gerrard so hyped up then? He didn't win much, did he? But he's still recognised as the best player in the world, or the best midfielder apparently to Liverpool fans. Phil Jones has made league titles. That's the point I make. Do you know what I mean? Trophies don't really mean anything. Do you know what I mean? It's simple as that. You look at Ollie. I mean, sure, the man has not won nothing, but he's on a development plan where pretty much he's developing this United team. And I know it's going to be hard because he wants to bring that old United back, and that's the United that was dominant. That was the team that kind of destroyed, not destroyed, but dominated English football. So I do think that's how it's going to be. But like I said, you can't say trophies make the club, because to be fair, in that rate, I mean, you look at Aston Villa. I mean, the amount of stuff they've won as well, especially, and So look, we'll move forward, lads. We might get back to it. Obviously, if people do keep commenting in the chat, there's obviously still 3 people here, so thank you so much for watching. But yeah, to Chelsea, obviously, Thomas Tuchel, very, 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 very confident of top four, and I can see why. I can actually see why he is like that. Because truly, do I see West Ham potentially getting Champions League? I hope. I do hope at the end of the day they do it. But look, that Thomas Tuchel side is getting better. Rudiger's probably playing his best football in his entire career. Um, I mean, he's trying to bring back Timo Werner, even though for me, Timo Werner is not a Premier League striker, lads. You can say all you want. He's not a Premier League striker. He's a talent, but he just doesn't. I just don't. I don't see it. Do you know what I mean? It's like he has a lot of rebuilding to. Like I said, all the top teams have to do a lot of rebuilding, except for Man City, obviously, because you know my opinion on them. We will get on to Man City later on, but yeah. So I do think Chelsea could clinch it. Obviously, West Ham. It was unlucky by them. They gave away a 3-0 lead, or was it 2? Yeah, it was 2-0, and then they went to 3-all with. It was very unfortunate for West Ham. I do think Jesse Lingard, he's changed that team so much, and I think if we're United, I don't think we cash out. I think we use them. I think we use them. Obviously, I'm not putting that comment up for Dom. For Liverpool fans, trophies only matter when it's in their favour. Exactly. And wait, just have to clue on whether I'm in or out. What you didn't notice? Hold on. It doesn't matter, man. But look, what I will tell you is for Chelsea, like I said, they do have the talent, they do have the depth, which United, Liverpool, Spurs, Arsenal don't have. I'm just going to be honest. Their second team, I think, next season, if the topic that I will be bringing up about FFP going is true, then we could see those two teams dominate. If I'm really honest. I'm not putting that comment on. But yeah, we move on. Like I said, so Chelsea getting top four, I think that is very likely. Say Man City, United, probably Leicester and Chelsea to finish it off. Do I see Leicester potentially bottling it? Probably not. I do think with all the injuries they've got, I think they'll manage to scrape top four. I think fifth for West Ham is probably a fair shout. It's fair for them. They do deserve it. And I do think, yeah, it's you're not going to be criticized for saying it's top five for them. But yeah, we move forward for Manchester United. Now they are willing to offer Jesse Lingard a new contract extension. For me, I always loved Jesse playing. I think all he needed was to get in form, and I think there's so many tendencies what happened. Well, tendencies, but there's so much that happened to him. I mean, you can look it up yourself. It's simple as that. I mean, the man has been through a lot. His mental health probably went down. That's why his football ability went down. But I think ever since he moved to West Ham and he's happy now. He is extremely happy, and I do hope that when it comes back to United, that he's the same level, and he's actually okay. If not, if he wants to go, he's more than willing to go, and I do think United should allow him to. I think United should allow him to go. It's and by right, it's not fair. I mean, he's 28 years old. If he wants to play for West Ham, if he wants to play for any club, that's not United. That's 100%. That's 100%. 100% all right. But I do think, look, he could work as a player for United, maybe a squad player. But if he wants to play for West Ham, I'm 100% okay with that. I'm still going to support him. I still like Jesse Lingard. I still think he's a great player. I do think so. I do think saying that he's just washed up or he's shit. He can't say that. He quite frankly he's turned his career around because he moved to West Ham, and I think he can easily keep that consistency going. If I'm really honest. Gaming Manchester United news saying Lingard needs West Ham for his career potentially. And another question: do you think that Koulibaly comes to Everton? Ancelotti is very interesting in signing him. Plus, even though he's in his 30 great experience, I think that would be perfect for Everton. I do believe. I do think they do need another keeper as well. If they could sign Pope, right? This is what I will say. If they could sign Pope, Koulibaly, and probably a say a left back, right? A left back just to cover for Digne. Let's say if he gets injured, right? There you go. So what I would say for Everton is, if you get those three spots there, you're probably guaranteed Europe. You could even challenge for top four next season. Do you know what I mean? That's what I believe. I believe Everton can challenge for top four if you get a centre back, you get a goalkeeper, and you also get a left back or potentially a right back. I mean, Seamus Coleman. I mean, the man, he is getting old, but he does give 110%. Obviously, he is Irish, so he is the best. I want Pope, don't we all? And Lamptey looks like he could come too. Maybe. I mean, he could go to Arsenal. I think he'd prefer space would be Arsenal, if I'm really honest. Arsenal, the right back is Hector Bellerin. For me, he's not a top six right back. He does not do the job he needs to do. Everton don't scare me. I mean, I wouldn't be scared, but I mean, I would definitely be on the lookout. I mean, you have to look out for them. Richarlison, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Jaime Rodriguez, Sigurdsson, Decoure. I mean, the list goes on, lads. They do have talent there. And if they add Koulibaly to, say, Michael Keane, then have Digne, say, Coleman, Pope in their defense, I mean, that's a top four team easily. Like, I can definitely say that for a fact. Looking at that team, I'd be like, yeah, damn, that's a great team. And that's what I'd be proud to support. You know what I mean? If we sign all of them, we have best defense in the league potentially. I do think Man City, all they need is a left back. I believe if they get a left back in the summer, which they probably are looking for. Do you know what I mean? They're also looking for a striker as well. So I mean, it could be very. You know what I mean? They'll sell players, and Angela will get a better job after. Yeah, maybe. I would go for a right back over left back. We can see what Godfrey can do there. Yeah, fair enough. That's understandable. I do think your centre back line, it just needs a leader, and I think if you get Koulibaly, which is a huge shout, especially how Koulibaly worked with Ancelotti in Napoli, I do think that can happen. I always hated Everton. I never disliked Everton. I did like them, to be fair. They're probably the better. I probably like them more than the other team in the city. Angelotti won't leave, as he said. He wants to win trophies. Yeah, exactly. I think you have to back Ancelotti. I think he does the play he does is unreal, and I think the way his man management is. I mean, you look at when he played United. United were 2-0 above them. 2 minutes later, they scored 2 goals after half time. That's the thing about Ancelotti. You have to take in consideration. Donnarumma, also a good shot for goalkeeper with his contract expiring. It is, but what do you think? Do you think he'd get him over the line? I don't know. We'll see. I don't. I only didn't hate them when Rooney was there. Ah, come on, man. That's they gave us such good players. I mean, you look at Rooney, Lukaku. I'm not saying Fellaini because Fellaini was a joke, rocking cotton candy on the top of his head for about the majority of his career. Then he actually shaved it off. Fair play to him. But yeah, no, legit. I do think you do have to take in consideration. Like I said, Everton were never really a top big side, to be fair, in the last while. But now they're showing signs. Their recruitment has been unbelievable, and I think if you're backed by Ancelotti, if Ancelotti's your manager, you're going to go places. I will tell you that. Only reason he wasn't backed last summer was COVID. Fair enough. I mean, our reasons because our owners are not backing Ollie just because they do not want to. Rooney was made by us. United News was great for us. He wasn't made. I think Rooney always had that talent. I believe he's one of a kind. I don't think for me I'd rather compare him to like Messi or to Ronaldo because I do believe he always had that talent. I do think he worked hard, but that stood out. I think he always had that talent. Rooney was probably I will say this now, one of our best strikers we've ever had at Manchester United is and it just shows you that look, when you're looking back at his career, look how many things he did. I mean, the moments he's made is, that overhead kick with against Man City. that long shot against West Ham when he was past his prime, but he still could do it. I mean, the man played striker, cam. He could probably play centre back at one stage if he actually wanted to. If so, Alex Ferguson just had to piss him off, and then he'd be grand. Fellaini was good for yeah, he was. To be fair, then Moisey was like, yeah, let me take him. Fellaini was a good super sub, not a hope. No, man, he was just bad in general. He was not good. The, Fellaini was not good for Manchester United. And I'll be honest, he wasn't. He wasn't good. He was a bang average midfielder who should have stayed at Everton because that's the level he's at. Well, I mean, back then that's when the level was lower. Your owners buy things for the. Oh my god, yeah, you don't have to tell me twice, mate. With FFP, Everton will back Carlo, but yeah, exactly. And we will talk about financial fair play and UEFA trying to kick it out. He's going to move to Everton. Fair enough, yeah. Here we go. Perfect. He was good at getting late headers with Afro. Yeah, against young boys. Come on, if we're talking about Manchester United and we're saying, oh, it was a great win against young boys, we're not moving as a football club. That's how it is. He didn't fit the United system. That was a problem. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I do think that's true. I don't think he fits into a lot of systems, but I think Everton, he fit perfect. That's what I do think. I mean, oh my God, lads, Jesus. Just to clarify, Young Boys are a team, right? They're a football club in Switzerland, I do believe. So, yeah, there it is. So, yeah, look, like I said, we've talked a lot about Everton, and we've talked a lot about United. And, yeah, like I said, do keep putting your comments in, lads. It is very interesting to get your opinions on it. And let's move on to financial fair play. Now, there's rumors that it's going to be scrapped. Now, if that happens, you can to everybody, you can say goodbye to that Premier League title. Man City will probably buy so many players. Like it's a joke. Do you know what I mean? How are you going to get rid of the only thing that's helping smaller clubs be bigger clubs? How are you gonna get rid of that? If you're going to tell me that, Aston Villa, look, if you're going to tell me that Leicester are going to beat Man City with no if financial fair play is not there, not a hope in hell. Look at Man City already. I mean, their depth is probably the greatest in the Premier League at the moment. They've got two teams pretty much, and the second team will probably come second. If I'm really honest, it's not as good, but it's still good. You know what I mean, it's not on the levels of Liverpool or United. Yeah, like I said, it's an absolute joke. I mean, Liverpool, United, Arsenal would have to, rock up so much money if that's the case. Do you know what I mean? And not only that, Chelsea. You look at Chelsea. I mean, the club. You look at Roman. Obviously, Roman would be laughing at everybody just spending so much money. He spent 200 million during a COVID era. Like I said, this man doesn't care. He will spend money if he has to, and even without a cap. Like I said, they got banned. They got a transfer ban for loaning out too many players. I mean, Roman won't care at the end of the day. And you look at Man City, I mean, look at them. They spend so much money on their players, and you can say, oh, but United spent 50 million less. Yeah, but we did, look at our managers. You've had Pep Guardiola for 4 years. You haven't won a Champions League. You've won probably, I believe, three Premier Leagues. You won probably too many Carabao Cups for your, it's just like an obsession for you with Carabao Cups, to be fair. FA Cups, you've won, I think, one of them, I do believe. You haven't won a lot, to be fair, like I said. But for me, like I said, if financial fair play actually got their way, Man City would not be playing in the Champions League. They probably wouldn't even be playing in the Premier League if they were actually strong enough to fight Man City. The thing is, Man City have the best lawyers, they have the best owners, they have the best everything, to be fair. And that's why, when I talk about Man City, I refer to them as plastic, because that's how they are. You cannot say that they're not plastic, because you can say, oh yeah, but they invested very well. They did this, they did that. But look, that's the definition of plastic. What I see is, right, you're not gonna, like I said. So this is sorry. Let's stop for a second. All right. You can't make a club in under 9 years and not be called plastic. You can't. The reason why Man United were never going to be called plastic is because he doesn't Um, Pep, he in his first season, right, with that Manchester City squad, which was not the best, but it was okay. He came fourth. Now, being the best manager you are, right? You know, like I said, you look at it's just a joke. Like I said, there's many things for me when it comes to managers, right? And I do rate Pep Guardiola. He was good. He was good, but I mean, Sir Alex Ferguson will always be the greatest manager in my opinion. Just because, like, the fact that he started Ji-sung Park every week and he got a win every day. Like, do you mean that man? He didn't need. He just needed a few players just to do well, and that's it. Um, so yeah, let's look at the comments. So we're going to start up. Uh, I do have a soft side for United's club. Half my family are United sports, so I don't mind them. Yeah, fair enough. Man City versus, yeah, exactly. That's if financial fair play goes out the window. Add Everton to that. Potentially. I mean, look, if you do spend money, you will do well. That's how it is. That's how it is in the modern game. Would be nah, like I said. Do you know what I mean? They probably still wouldn't be United. Ollie knows how to be Pep, and he has done it so many times this season. He's more wins than Pep than losses. So yeah, yeah. But most of the time he spends, yeah. Well, no. The thing with Sigurdsson is right. I think Sigurdsson is actually a good transfer because he brings a lot of experience. I mean, the man is. I think he's in a series at the moment, and he can do a lot. In my opinion, but Lukaku was mistreated by United fans. Thank you. He was a good striker for United, but obviously was ridiculed for no reason. Stop Lukaku. For me, I think the reason why we didn't like him was because he didn't fit Ollie's system, and that is a comment that they made right down. Also, guys, make sure you hit the like button. I should have said that at the start, but sorry about that. It's my first day. Um, but yeah, like I said, I do think Lukaku was mistreated. He gave us that a sensational performance against PSG. The one where Rashford smashed in last against Buffon. Yeah, that he scored two of the goals and he capitalized. That's what we need. But I mean, looking back at it now, I think United were foolish to sell him. They were. It was very petty to sell him. To be fair, I mean, now we're looking for a number 9, and we signed Edson Cavani. So what does that make? What difference, is Edson Cavani to Romelu Lukaku? I mean, Lukaku can do loads of things. Like he can head the ball better than Lukaku. He can do literally everything, lads. So at the end of the day, I think it was a bad It was a bad thing, but he didn't fit all his system. That's exactly my point. And I don't think, and especially with United fans, and like they're saying Ollie out. The thing is, if you're not going to be patient on this little trip that we're on, you're not going to do well. He's a Jose type player. Yeah, I agree. Please, yeah, no problem. Yeah, make sure you guys do that. United have history, City don't. It's the same with Everton. We have history. Exactly. Everton do have history. It's just not a lot of people know about it. That's what I do think. And Everton can be. I think next season they could be a dark horse in the Premier League. They can definitely sneak into that top 4 without anyone really noticing. Gaming Manchester United news saying, RJ, thoughts on our new league kit for next season? I've seen it. Pence showed me it, and I think I'm down for it. I like it. The red one next season looks pretty good. I heard there was a blue one that's coming out next season. Shades of nice 99. You know what I mean? Russ, welcome to the stream, my guy. Thank you so much for joining. I do give your opinions on any of the news that we talked about today. Comment: if financial fair play goes out the window, Angelotti would be the kind of shop. That's amazing. I like that comment. I do like that comment. City have history of relegations. Fair enough. Fair play. I'm at A&E. Oh, well, hopefully you get better, my guy. Hopefully you get better. Yo, RJ, what's up, Dylan? How you doing? Like I said, guys, do give your opinions. We were talking about the new stadium of Everton. We were talking about Chelsea being in top 4. Liverpool to sell a lot of players to buy in more. Manchester United on the Jesse Lingard contract. Man City on the financial fair play. I mean, yeah, look, it's been a wild stream, to be fair. Billy, how you doing, my guy? How you doing? Thank you so much for showing up. Hopefully you're doing well, and do stay safe. Another one. Ollie needs to be backed. United should keep him for a bit. I think we should keep him. I think we do need to keep him. For me, he brings the thing, and this is what I always say about Ollie. You look at our last four managers: Moyes, Van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, um, and Ole. Tell me which one of those four has played for United. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Who knows the Manchester United way? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Who knows the backbone of this club and wants to do well? He improves every day and he's trying to get young talent in. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That's the thing. They all had flaws. When Moyes came in, he pretty much he fired everyone from the winning side of Manchester United, brought in his own. That didn't work. He got sacked. Van Gaal got rid of Moyes' group and then brought in some Dutch. Didn't work. Move on. Jose Mourinho did what the exact same. Brought in some people. Ole just brought back the same people who did it from the start. And obviously, the loss of Nicky Boy is going to be it's going to be a big loss if I'm really honest. But like I said, Ole's on a little journey. You look at Jurgen Klopp. It took him 4 years to get where he is right now. Well, not right now, but last season. You know what I mean. But yeah. So Russ saying, "Get my hands stitched up." Oh man, look, hope you get better, Russ, and we can't wait till you're back on this channel, my guy. All right, can't wait for after 2 years. Just can't sack after 2 years. Exactly. That's the thing. We're not Chelsea. We don't expect high. We don't have high expectations for the club. We do need to grow. The thing is with United, right? And I'll be honest. I will truly be honest with you, lads. United need to wait for this project to end, because if it look, I don't think no manager will stay the entire length of Sir Alex Ferguson or even Arsene Wenger. I mean, Arsene Wenger was a long time at the club, but yeah, like I said, you need to just have faith. And United, look, if there's any outsiders in the chat, look, DM me, man. We will chat. Even come on this channel, we will roast you for all the stupidity that you have. I mean, Kenny tried to say, "Oh yeah, but he's bad at formation tactics, all that crack." We got rid of it, to be fair, so he should be an Ollie inner. All he needs to do is backed. Any manager needs to be backed. That's how it is. Pep Guardiola was backed every team that he was. Look what he's doing right now. Do you think will be massive for Everton? Yeah, exactly, 100%. I said that. I mean, the Goodison will be missed, and but I do think we have to move forward as a football club, and especially that this new stadium has over 50,000 seats in it. It can be considered a big stadium. I do think City should do the opposite. They should lower down their stadium because their attendance is pretty horrible. RJ, thoughts on the new XG versus yellow team in Rock League? Could choose chances with increase your XG, but yeah, I mean, it's Rock League. I think is going to be very interesting at the moment. Season 3 is coming up very soon. This is not a Rock League stream, my guy. You come onto my channel, and I'll give you my opinions. But yeah, but we'll talk about that on my stream anyway. We move forward. The clothes problems, they don't back them, and then they sack. It's constant loop. Yeah, exactly. Guys, you can read the comment if you want. But my opinion is we can't do it Chelsea. What Chelsea do is they expect high expectations. You don't do it, you get sacked. Simple as that. But they have the money to do that. United probably don't have the money to do that because the Glazers are not they're not full of money. Do you know what I mean? I mean, even though they won the Super Bowl, they have one of the best clubs financially in the world. Nah, they can't give us a few pounds. You know what I mean? But like I said, yeah, it's all about just backing. Look at Klopp. Klopp kept him exactly. Liverpool kept him. Sorry. Exactly. It was a journey for them. You look at the team that he started out with. I mean, Ollie had some bad players, so did Klopp. I mean, look at so Ollie had Andres Pereira. Origi was starting for bloody Liverpool. I mean, the only good player they had back when Coutinho back in the Klopp when he started. But it is what it is. We've kept a 3 manager for 3 full seasons since Fergie. Exactly. We've never kept. Exactly, that's true. And Ollie should be the one to break that. I think he should be going on for a lot longer than what we hope. We are second with some very average players. Can't sack Ollie. Also, wouldn't get first with Pep. That's good. Yeah, I don't think Pep would do well this United squad. You can argue in the chat, but it's not going to. You can't. Pep Guardiola would probably cry if he saw Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof, and Eric Bailly as his centre backs. he would cry because there's no way in hell he would be like, yeah, like let's definitely keep these players and let's not buy some players in the summer. It's simple as that. Pep Guardiola would not do well with that centre back line. For that attack, he'd probably rinse every team because, like I said, you look at the talent they have there: Rashford, James, Cavani, Martial, Greenwood, Diallo. Simple as that. That attack is unreal. It just needs, like I said, and the thing with United is we just need a CDM for our midfield. Just a CDM. Imagine that, a CDM. I'm not going to say Rice because Rice is overrated. Let's say Zakaria. I'm hoping that Zakaria comes in. Obviously, he is very injury prone, but let's say Zakaria, Pogba, Bruno. Zakaria stays just behind the defense of, let's say, Ramos, and we're rumored to get Varane as well. Why not? Fuck it. Let's go for the two Madrid boys, right? Those two stay back, right? Those three, sorry, stay back. You have Shaw, Wan-Bissaka going up, move forward. Like I said, it's going to be a lot better if Ollie gets the tools that he needs. They care about Super Bowl because it's American. Well, yeah, obviously we're English. Yeah, look, it's simple as that. Yeah, Pep wouldn't get first with it. Exactly. No manager will get first with the squad because there's so much tendencies. I mean, we play McFred as a double pivot because neither of them are CDMs. None of them. I'm going to say McTominay is a better chance of being in this United squad than Fred. Fred is a good player. He has a lot of good qualities in him. He's a lot of tenacity. But the thing is, his passing is horrible. His dribbling is horrible. His defending is rubbish. His attacking is lackluster. His shooting is it's look. You look at McTominay. Obviously, McTominay, he's pretty good at goals. To be fair, he's got 9 this season. He's a leader. He shouts like a madman, and that's what we want at this club. I mean, not that he just shouts as a madman, but he puts in 10 out of 10 performances every game. Sure, he might mess up. That's every team's going to mess up somehow, but he does not do it at a consistent level compared to other players in our team. And hell, if we get rid of Pogba, right, we could, and I don't want to, but if we do, let's say we get McTominay, right, he could be the backup with. And then Donny van de Beek, him and Donny fight for the second place spot. Look, it's tough on Donny, but the fact is, look, I do feel bad for him. At the same time, you do have to move forward as a club. Niall saying Rice would fit United perfectly. Not a hope in hell. He for me, he's like a Zaha. He'll do well at say a club like West Ham, but when he moves a bit higher, that's when it's all going to drop. I do believe. I don't think he'll do well. I think him, Souček, and probably even another player that they signed in summer, maybe even Jesse Lingard possibly. That'd be perfect for him. I do believe, and I don't think he's going to leave anytime soon. So yeah, guys, like I said, we are going to finish this up. Obviously, it's been good fun. It's good fun. 11 a.m. We've been doing this. We're at the 45th minute, so we're going to Andy very soon. Right? No, I'm not. There's not an agenda. It's just stating facts, right? But what I will tell you guys. So later on today in the World Cup qualifiers, we have Norway, Turkey, Czech Republic versus Belgium, and Ireland versus Luxembourg. And you can all check them out. So yeah, United can't afford Rice anyway. He's probably worth about 200 million probably at this rate because of West Ham. But no, other than that, guys, today there will be a tier list video, so do check that out. Niall will be back hosting again. This is just a little thing that I like to do. I'll probably reduce it down to half an hour, probably 15 minutes, just because it is a nice show. I don't want to waffle as well. Don't want to waste your time. So yeah, so like I said, guys, thank you so much. You can find me at Robotics Jaguar on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and on Twitch. And that has been me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you soon. So thank you so much.